This tutorial is about scatterplots and lines of best fit. I'm going to start off with two examples of scatterplots. I want you to notice that we've got a title and we've got the labels on the X and the Y axis. Okay, I want to demonstrate for you some improperly placed lines of best fit. Okay, this first one I've got going here, it might have about the same number of points on the left and the right, but it really doesn't fit the trend of the data. It's too steep. The data is not quite as steep as that line is. Okay, the next line of best fit I'm going to draw does kind of fit the trend of the data, but it doesn't go through the middle of it. It's got kind of the same steepness. The slope might be right, but it's not going through the middle of the data. So let me use that same one and see if I can get a little bit better example. This is what a fairly decent line of best fit would look like. It would fit the slope or the slant of the points and would have about the same number on the right and the left side. Okay, so in this one I'm going to use this to give an example of how to find the equation of the line, this example. The first thing you do is you need to draw the line of best fit that kind of fits the data. And so I guess I would think it'd be something maybe in that vicinity. Notice again I have a title on it and I do have the axes labeled. Okay, here is a line that's already drawn. Now to find the y-intercept, you should already know that the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis, and so in this case the y-intercept is equal to about 40, it looks like. Okay, I want you to try to find the y-intercept in this. Okay, next we're going to work on trying to find the slope of this line. We already know that the y-intercept is 40. So now what we're going to do is we are going to find 2 points that are on this line or at least close to this line. Now my line doesn't look like it goes through any of those red points exactly, and that's all right. We have to kind of just estimate. It looks like maybe it would have, let's see. Looks like this point right here would be at 3, maybe 365, and I might use the y-intercept of 0.40. So let me put those both in my table, and the change in the y values, it looks like it goes up by 25 as the x value is going up by 3. So you know that slope is the change in y over the change in x, and so that would be 25 over 3, which is the same thing as about 8.3. So now to write the equation, it would be y is equal to 8.3x, the slope is the coefficient of x, plus 40. Now you can use that equation to make predictions. If you wanted to predict, if you were to study for 6 hours, you could put 6 in for the x and you would solve it and you would get maybe what your test score percent would be. Now I want you to try to find the slope of this line. Now I want you to choose which equation would make most sense for the equation of this line.